2021. Do people still have relationships? I'm asking for a friend. I'm just curious. Actually, I'm asking for video purposes. Cause I have this video idea about making giving some tips for long distance relationships, but do people even have relationships anymore? Everybody is single, it seems like. Seems like everybody's single. And if you're not single, it seems like you've only been with your boyfriend or girlfriend for like a month. So it's like, it's 2021, so we only doing 1 month relationships these days. I don't know, man. You don't see a lot of couples anymore. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what happened. It's like females have lost trust in the dudes to be good dudes, and it's like the dudes don't want relationships from the females. So it's like, I don't know, lose-lose situation. But anyways, for all the people who are in a relationship, and for the people who are in a long-distance relationship, I might can help you out. Especially if you use this video for if you in the future you like somebody, but then it's long distance. You're like, I don't do long distance. So let me tell you a story. So look, bro. Me and my girl, right? She moved towards the beginning of our relationship. And I was under the impression that I don't do long distance relationships. So I figured we would break up. But I loved her. So we stayed together. We did long distance. We've been long distance for over a year now. And it's not that bad. Anyways, let's talk about that. Pulled my basket out. I don't know if this was an accident or not. But she had like turned around and then she like hit my basket. And I said, excuse me. We're back with another one.
Got attacked by some little
Why are you still in the cemetery? So look, you ever heard like, basically, how can I miss you if you never go away type shit? So, long distance relationships, if you two are actually in love, long distance relationships are stronger than normal relationships, way stronger. Because not being with the person, it tells you and it shows you and it lets you know how much you truly love that person. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you can't see them every day, you can't see them this weekend. Normally you used to want to link up this weekend. Yeah, I bet. And you linking up every weekend, going on dates all the time, going out, going over each other's house. When you take that away and you can only see each other through a screen, when you do see each other, it makes it a whole lot more special. So it's like, shit, on the slick, for relationship building purposes, long distance is slick, kind of better to strengthen the relationship. But what the tough part will be is after being long distance, then moving in together. So you go from never really being with, like, you always on the phone 24/7 or whatever, on FaceTime or whatever, but you're never really with them. You don't know how they are as a person, really, because everybody is different in person. So my first tip for if you have a long distance relationship, make time to hang out with each other. You have to see each other. And I mean, if you live in Africa and they live in China, okay, that might be a little impossible to see each other. But you're going to have to save up for that trip, bro. You have to see each other. You can't have a relationship and never see each other in person. Because here's the thing. You're a different person over FaceTime than you are in person. So you can't have a relationship with somebody who you've never really been with in person, because really you'll never know who that person truly is. People have different vibes, different energy, different attitudes, different looks, different outfits, different hairstyles, everything is different when you're actually in person. People get more nervous. People don't get nervous. It's just everything's different. Like everything flip-flop. They got all this confidence on the phone, but then when they see you in person, they a shy female or a shy dude. But because everybody's different actually in person, it's super easy to talk through a screen. You got all the confidence in the world, because who gonna judge you? It's through a screen. But when you see them in person, eye to eye, oh my God, does my breath stink? Do I smell bad? Do I look good? Do they actually like my voice in real life? Because you sound a little bit different in real life than you do over the phone. Anyways, yeah. So that's tip number one, bro. You have to see each other. It's not, if y'all never see each other, bro, I don't think it'll work. Because at the end of the day, you need, as humans, we basically need freaking attention from another human being. If you're gonna lock yourself down and say that that's my boyfriend or that's my girlfriend, you're gonna need the attention that a boyfriend or girlfriend could give you. And that's what happens. That's what ends up happening when people get to cheating. Especially if you're not really in love with that person for real, you ain't really looking for a real relationship. That's when cheating comes in, because they have to get their attention from somewhere, from most people. Now, if you're in a real relationship and you got you a real partner, they not gonna cheat on you for nothing at all. That also builds trust. So that's the second thing about long distance relationship. It builds a whole lot of trust. Because you have to trust the other person to have a long distance relationship. You just have to. You don't have an option. Because you don't know what they doing. You can't know what they doing. You can't just tell your homegirl to go down the street, see what he doing. You can't just go drive by her house and see if it's a car at the house or if she by herself. You can't do that. Because she lives 10 hours away, 12 hours away, 15 hours away, or even 4 hours away. But if your freaking relationship partner lives 4 hours away, you can make that work. Y'all need to be seeing each other like once a month. You can do a 4-hour ride to go see your partner. You can do a 4-hour ride, trust me. It's not that bad. If you in love. If you're not in love, then of course 4 hours gonna see like it's too much. You got too much going on, or this or that. You're just gonna have all these excuses because you're not really in love. But if you're really in love, 4 hours ain't gonna be nothing. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. That was tip number one. You have to make time. You have to see each other. Even if it's the most impossible task to see each other, make it possible. You have to see each other. Even if it's like once a year, 2 times a year, you just have to. You can't go all this time without ever seeing each other. It's just not going to work. It's going to fall off. That person's going to... The other person, if you're not making any effort to see that person and that person isn't making any effort to seeing you, you're going to start thinking, bro, you don't really care about me for real. You can't even come see me for real. You see what I'm saying? Like, how you going to tell me you love me, but you can't never come see me? Like, you make time for what you love. If you love playing the game, you're going to make sure that you play that game before you go to sleep tonight. So if you love somebody, then you'll make sure you see them before the year is out. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So that's tip number one. Y'all have to see each other. Tip number two goes to what I was just saying. You have to trust each other. If you don't have trust in you, if you're not a very trustful, I think that's the right word. If you don't trust people, long distance ain't for you at all. You're going to mess up the relationship 100% because you're going to accuse them of something every day, every second. Anytime they tell you a story about a girl came up to them or a dude came up to them, you're going to mess it up. You're going to turn it into an argument. It's going to be a big deal because you don't trust. If you don't know how to trust, don't get into a long distance relationship because it's not going to work at all. No chance of it working. Because the long distance relationship is built off of trust. The trust that you have in that person is what builds the relationship stronger. If I can trust you to live halfway across the world and I know you're not going to do nothing, then I mean, hey, you got you a good thing going, buddy. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't trust people, if you carrying all this extra baggage, look at my old video. I'm going to put it right here. Boom, it's right there. You see that? It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, you should watch that video. If you're letting an old relationship hold you down and stop you from trusting, it's just going to mess you up, bro. You have to let the past be the past, bro. So look, man, you're going to have to let that trust thing be your best friend. If you want to have a long distance relationship, or if you plan on having a long distance relationship, trust is the biggest key component. You have to trust your partner. You have to just trust them. You don't have to have proof. You don't have to have an argument about it. If they say they didn't go to the party, they didn't go to the party. Just be like, okay, I believe you. And that's gonna have to be the end of it. You can't afford arguments. Gonna tear the relationship down, man. You're already long distance. I already can't see you, so it's like if y'all gonna be sitting here arguing, bro, it's just gonna bring negative, and it's just gonna make your relationship weaker and worse. Cause all that arguing, like, you're not gonna have a lot to hang on to. The only time y'all have together is when y'all talk on the phone. So if the only times when y'all talk on the phone, y'all arguing, you're never going to want to talk on the phone. So that means y'all have nothing. Y'all can't even talk on the phone without arguing. I can't see you. We can't hang out. So we can't do anything. There's no relationship there. Relationship dies. So tip number 3, try to ease up on the arguing, man. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Try to ease up on that arguing. Because if you're going to argue about everything, man, it's just not going to work out at all. Because you'll just find yourself arguing about dumb stuff. Like, what are you even arguing about? Like, with freaking arguments, relationships in general, arguments should go. You should never argue about the same thing more than once, ever. In a relationship, you should never argue about the same thing more than once. Because if this is your boyfriend, or if this is your girlfriend, this is your wife, or this is your husband, or this is your whatever, if you tell them something one time, hey, I noticed that you take out the trash on the left side. Please don't do that. It bothers me. They should never do that again. You shouldn't have to have that conversation again. Because they care about you. They love you. They care about how you feel, what you want, what you need. To freaking just be happy or just be okay and not worry if something bothers you, and you tell your partner that it bothers you and they don't stop doing it, that shouldn't be your partner. Because they don't care about, it's the little things. Like it's petty for a single person, it's petty. For someone not in a real relationship, it's petty. But if you're looking to spend the rest of your life with this person, every little thing matters. Because when you live with somebody and you around them 24/7, just as humans, you're going to naturally get irritated with that person. Just being around the same person all the time, you're going to get irritated. And then life going on the outside and all this other stuff going on, you're going to be irritated. So the little things will matter. So if you having to argue about the same thing, hey, dude, I told you I hate when you take the trash out over there. Think about it's just trash. Yeah, but it bothers me. So if they tell you something bothers them, or you tell them something bothers you, it should be shut down. They should stop doing it, or you should stop doing it. Then and there. And you don't have to agree with everything. You don't. It don't really matter if you agree or not. If they tell you it bothers them, or if you tell them it bothers you, it should be done. It don't matter if I think it should bother you or shouldn't bother you. It's done. Now, if this is a personal thing about you, if they saying, hey, you're fat, that bothers me, then hey, you don't have to go and lose 50 pounds. I mean, shit, that's your body. If you don't want to lose your weight, you don't got to lose your goddamn weight. It's your fucking body. But at the end of the day, I don't know. You have to watch what you say about these topics, because then people start getting offended. But I feel like at the end of the day, if that's your partner or that's the other person's relationship, whatever they want, you should do your best to make that happen. Because I know for a fact, if my girl told me, hey, you're fat, she would never tell me this. I know she would never tell me this, but she was like, hey, you're fat. I want you to be skinny. I promise you I'll start losing weight. So I don't understand why with a female, if you tell a female that, they'll be like, that just make the biggest deal ever. But it just makes me feel, the way I see it, it just makes me feel like, dang, so you just don't care about what I want, basically. Because it's like, why is this all just black? That is so weird. It's like someone took the color and just black. You know how, like, when you edit in a picture, you can hold it and then the black line comes, you color it. That's what it like, just colored in. But anyways, yeah, like I was saying, bro, just listen to your partner, bro. If they don't like something, cut it out. It's not that hard. Just stop. Stop. Literally, for real. You know how when you got like a little sister or a little brother and they keep irritating you and you just be like, stop. That's how I feel with you. Because whatever they telling you, just stop doing it. Or if you telling them, they should just stop doing it. Like, what's the problem? What's the issue? Why is it such a big deal? But yeah, arguments, it's going to kill a relationship. It's already long distance. You're only hanging on by a thread. With the long distance relationship, you're hanging on by a thread this skinny to begin with. So if this is all you have to hang on with, the littlest things are going to break it. And that relationship is broke in half. Because, I mean, you don't have that much to go off. It's not like you can just see each other and make up. So, yeah. All right, my last tip, and probably my most important tip, well, all of these are equally important, because without any of these tips, it's not going to work out. But this tip, my last tip, is going to be amazing at conversation, and you should learn everything about your partner or your relationship partner. Yeah, your partner, whatever. You should know everything about them. Y'all need to be having long conversations, good conversations, and you should be learning everything there is to know about whoever you're going with at that time, or who you're going to be with for the rest of your life. You should know everything about them, because you can't see each other. Like I keep saying, you only have this much to go off of. All you have to go off of is your conversations. That's it. So your conversation should be the best conversations in the world. You should know everything about your partner. Y'all should be talking about deep stuff that matters, not dumb stuff. Figure out what they like. They should know what you like. Y'all should just know everything about each other, man. That's my last tip. That's the last tip. That is uno dos last. Funny. Anyways, yeah, bro. You should know everything about them. Y'all should really know about each other. Y'all should have amazing conversations, because this relationship has to be built off of conversation, because that's all you're going to have. Can't see each other. It's long distance. Can't touch each other. It's long distance. So y'all conversations are going to have to be amazing. So learn how to become good at conversations. If you ever do improv is when you're making up, where you're acting, you're making up stuff on the spot. You have to learn how to do that. It's called yes and. That's what they say. They say never say no. You say no, you shut down the sentence right then and there. It's dead, killed. You have to say yes and. So keep the conversation going. Don't never just be like no or like okay or something like that. But always keep the conversation going. Just learn how to keep the conversation rolling. And just like throughout the day, just be thinking of topics to bring up. Or just think of questions you want to know about that person. Like learn some deep questions to ask that person. Like, and if one of y'all not really a conversationist, then long distance ain't for you. Because it's not going to work. Learn how to talk. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Follow me on Instagram, link in my bio. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Realest family. Hit the bell if you want to know when I post, because you will never know, because I post a different day all the time. Actually, that's a lie. No, I'm not posting every Friday, but some Fridays I get busy. You know what I mean? And when I get busy, I get busy. And I can't really post at the moment because I'm busy. So then you will never know. So you might be looking for posts. Then you never see my posts. Then you never see my channel. Then you never care about me again. Then you never see my videos again. And who would never want to see my videos again? These are the best videos on YouTube. Come on now. Anyways, yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye.